Right on. Hey there, Spanish senorita. Sprechen Sie love.
So for the record, trying to turn down the volume on the music with my keyboard using the up and down arrow takes 5 years. That's not fun. Anyhow. Hi Drake! I've been staring at my kitty cat dancing in front of Lucia this entire time. This is what I've been doing while prepping for stream. Look at him in his adorableness. Dark, how's it going? Give us the delicious Naka content. I don't know if I'd use the word delicious. Not feeling all that great tonight. But you know what? I'm here. We're gonna play some Final Fantasy. We're gonna do the things. Do some more story. We aren't gonna do Palace of the Dead tonight because I actually forgot that Spar has a trip that he's got to pack for. So he is not gonna be joining us tonight. I forgot to mark it on my schedule. So instead of doing Palace of the Dead, we're gonna do some more New Game Plus instead. Say salt over Naka to give him and his content flavor. You better break out more than salt. You better get some like garlic powder and minced onions. Get some like actual bacon bits, not the pre-processed kind that you throw in a salad. I mean some actual like you cut up tiny little bits of crispy bacon. If you're gonna use seasoning, you better be like some Creole and Old Bay seasoning. Get some crushed red pepper in there. All that stuff. Alright. We're gonna do some spooky slices. Do some story spooky slices. Wait, didn't I get a new Reaper weapon? I thought I did. Yeah. I was like, wait a second, something ain't right. I got a new scythe. Let me update that. Look at it. Look at it. It's sexy. I just accidentally took a screenshot. But look at it. It is sexy. I'm a deadly kitty cat. Meow. Lucia, talk to me. Oh, please don't auto-advance. The Lord Commander said you would come, Nakara. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding pace. Mark well the curtain above. God, this feels so weird to go all the way back to this part of the story. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Amric wanted a symbol that would endure long after the conference is concluded. I think he'll be pleased with the results. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we will be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. Fine, tomato soup bath time for you. Wait. What? Why? I've heard of like an oatmeal bath, but never tomato soup bath. Like what? Coming over here with your fidget spinner scythe. Dude, you look like you're part of the Yakuza. I kid you not. What was I doing again? Oh, I have to speak to Lucia again. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Archiol and Emil, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Girl, that's a booty hole. I can do that too. For a lowborn, you sure are wearing a high-class coat. I'm just saying. Did you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many night come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Amric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker. He is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Who else? Roth. Whoa, I went the wrong direction. Whoa, do you have a black eye? Sir, what is wrong with your eyes? Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did fall to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. So you need to take some cold cream to your eyes and do a good scrub. Just saying. Now give me your wallet. You're not touching my wallet, sir. That's a no. God, that looks like a freaking letter jacket from high school. You're square. I am glad to see the rumors were true. Well met, Master Maho. And fear not, I've got no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidifnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is glory-seeking noblemen attempting to slate a Dravanian ambassador to a peace to a conference. Great, that means I have to take a trip, doesn't it? Kill the heretic, burn the witch. Sir, this is not Salem. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. And here I am, laboring to make it so. You're a dodecahedron. Sir. Lord Artial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me! They would defy Sir Amric's commands. If they dare attack Vidifnir. It will not come to that, but see that it does not. We must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortemps present. Serve me hard. Drake, no! I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emma while I'm away? As you know, he has ever been so impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Complete. Dun da da da. I kind of feel like I'm in an 80s like montage video right now with this music. Just a little bit. I'm rather busy at the moment, old boy. Got in this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. RTL thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guest to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right, there, those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old boy. Come, on a right. I must return to my rounds. And he takes off running. Oh dear, do be careful, my lord. What mount shall we get today? A doggo! Let's go. This is... Biako? Doggo? I'm not sure. We must find out. Play music when mounted. BGM. Oh yeah. Yep, that's definitely Biako. Did we get the spooky slice of puppy? We get the spooky slice of puppy. Ooh, deleted. Dang, I barely filled up my gauge at all. There's Big Alpha. Oh, there is no Big Alpha. Deleted. Rathalos. This is still by far one of my most favorite mounts. Even though I've never played Monster Hunter. Still need that one. It's not too difficult to do nowadays. You can almost solo it, I think. Nakaramaho, Wolfsbane. It pleases me to inform you that I've completed my rounds, and that is all well, and all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that awesomeness confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyways, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. I love how Emil's just kind of like putting everybody else to work. Ooh. We get a Nearpod to fly this time. I've only played Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, though Iceborne is DLC for World. Well, that's kind of like the Frozen Winterlands for Horizon Zero Dawn. It's almost like an entirely other game in of itself. Which, after finishing Forbidden West, I am so ready for whatever the next chapter of that story is going to be. I know we're going to be waiting for what feels like another decade before it comes out, but I'm still ready. There you are. Fancy meeting you here, Nagara. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time in taking advantage of you, did he? And me? I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest and see what other thrilling task he may have for us. Wait for me. That's right, Thancred, you can't teleport anymore. Your ethereal manipulation is broken. Monster Hunter is just as much a grind fest as RuneScape is. I've never played either game, so I have no idea what that's like. But I mean, if we are talking about grind fest, I kind of feel like that's what Deep Rock Galactic is turning into. Is just a constant grind fest for additional levels and promotions. Although I do want to find a small group of people to actually play that game with, because I want to do deep dives. That's one part of the game I still have not done yet, and I want to give it a try. Emma. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests? On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but to enjoy our well-earned respite. But, Emil, you didn't do anything. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Artiel wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks have been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Well, why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, such a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Nagara. I'll join you anon. Words are hard. Cutscene!
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
I don't remember if this was voice acted before. But I do like Ernest Maid. She sounds very enthusiastic.
Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks.
Ma'am, I don't really have cheeks. They're covered with fur. But I'm kind of happy the cutscene took my hood off for me. I appreciate that.
Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Oh, she don't sound happy.
You were right, my lord. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest?
Did she just poison me?
After all you've done, I say you're dead.
I just said I liked you. Why are you doing this?
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs. This was never your fight.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Ah, they bollocks. It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen.
Oh?
They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Oh, she conniving. She being sneaky.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping.
Thank you, Thancred.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Look, I can't even sleep for 2 minutes without the world falling apart. What the heck? Can a man have a cat nap?
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
Not exactly the best idea.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by Dragon's Fang, or death by Nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
He said to stop her, not shoot her. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Commander and Lord Artiel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emil has returned to the barracks and is refusing to speak to anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Mistakes were made. Bad things happen. My wife and I fell while fleeing while the... What? My wife and I fell while fleeing. My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The surgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything. And for what? Well, I didn't see you stepping in now. Oh, you're up there. Dang it. Jesse. Yeah, that's your name. They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough? That their call for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it? Or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have run of the Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Amric take the bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rot again. Dun dun dun. There's discourse among the locals. I'm jumping. I'm a superhero. I can jump off tall buildings. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Well, what say you? So the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Lots of tension. Lord Artyom and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emil, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since we last saw him. That's a really big bird for me just to cross the promenade. I don't even want to be in here anymore. This is where she poisoned me. My apologies, Nakura. I bear full responsibilities for this debacle. Oh, wrong button. There'll be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman who Lord Emil ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least. The surgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we had detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort... Okay, yeah, I did read that right. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the move of the hamlet is of any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them then, I see. Sir Amric placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Commander. The people's faith must not be shaken. But we convinced them before, and we will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once that the promise that change, to show them once more the promise that change holds for us all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Amric's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Nakura, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emil. You're going with him. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honorite. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honorite? Honorite? I could have sworn he was... And he's gone. And I do not remember where he's hiding either. The arrow pointing up on the search area is probably a good indicator that he's not on the ground floor. Oh shit, he's not up here either. It's not over here. Is he near the gates? I vaguely remember this being near the gates. Yep, there he is.
Onawa!
Onawa. Wow, that is a interesting pronunciation.
No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Ooh. I was about to smack shit out of him.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Oh, so it's okay for you to punch him, but not me.
Nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
I love the look on Emil's face right before he got punched. Like, oh shit, I fucked up. I will take him to the surgeons. It is the least I can do. I mean, that and more, but, you know, we'll talk about that later. Anywho, goodbye. Okay, I have to jump up for a couple of minutes to do some, like, medical stuff. So I am going to put up the BRB screen, and I will be right back in a couple of minutes.
Can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shelter, poisonous current. I can both face and mind for you to.
do a little stabby, poke myself. But I has returned. Alright, Thancred, talk to me. I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no other choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this. But he what, Thancred? He what? I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Okay. So we're going back to Ishgard. With a dragon. I have soda around here somewhere. I purposely tried to drink that as loudly as possible so you would know that I took a sip. Okay, where are we going? Somewhere. The night's most heavenly. Forgotten night. Firmabutt. Hi, Firmabutt. Please let this be voice acted. Oh look, it's Daddy Four Toms. You received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there? I don't know. Amric, you tell me. No voice acting. Sad face. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstrips you, Nakara. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Thancred? Blah 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 mumble mumble. I see. So that's the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He had furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmont, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we cannot deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past, without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in the past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniable righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies But lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism. Is it true? It is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of the three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emil take part in this grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Nakura. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duties. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. This is an interesting song. Me happy. Me so doggone happy. Who makes you happy? Why do they make you happy? Why are you so happy? I need to know. Thank talk to me. I need some melancholy news to outweigh the song. So that is their solution, a grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely upon. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Let's go with option 3. I know I went with option 2 last time. You say that, and yet here you are. Here we are. This is, after all, the life we chose. In any event, let us not forget that the Ascians sought to profit from this war. To put an end to it is to put an end to their plot. And that, my friend, is ever a worthy cause. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Aymeric wishes to field a force compromising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. And he's gone. Lucia! Who's this Lala in red? You look like the Little Red Riding Hood, and then you have a mustache. You are suspicious, little thing. Well met, Nakura. Have you spoken with Sir Aymeric? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Aymeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Can I cut through the, Forgotten Night? Wait, no. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Am I? I don't know. I'm confused. Am I lagging? I feel like I'm lagging. Bloody fool doesn't realize he'll have to sit this one out. If all the watch ran off with Sir Amric to play soldier, who'd be left to keep an eye on things here? Huzzah! We've been spoiling for a fight. We won't let Sir Amric down, you'll see. Thancred's been telling me about Sir Amaric's grand soirée. I forgot what accent I gave this lady. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing. 'Cause we ain't dressed to dance with the professional bleeding soldiers. Actually, I want to see what Thancred has to say first. I thought you had something to discuss with the First Commander. Oh, well, that was uneventful. Well, well, seems the First Commander's gone and handpicked her guest. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting the hide stand and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? Oh, I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search Foundation and you the pillars. Righto. You know, I teleported here when I really should have teleported over there. Oh, and he's right there. Hiding in the shadows. I carried Honorroy to the manor. Our best Shurigans are tending to him now as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. Sir Father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... You wouldn't understand. How could you? You're free to be the man who you want to be, whereas I'm a son of House Fortemps, don't you see? My future was determined before I was even born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wandered amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to the causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard that conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honorroy, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame, but in the end there was only me. Just me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Amric and I will make my own decision. And back to the Knights Most Heavenly. Oh, mercy me, excuse me. That came out of nowhere.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
He sounds so serious now.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Meow!
An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side.
Meow!
I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time?
Meow!
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Meow. I think I mentioned this before, but every stoic nod, every response that the Warrior of Light now gives is going to be a meow. Because of this stupid outfit. Gods help me, I think I might be in love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotions. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, but not mine. Lucia. Sir Amric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Nakara. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to pit yourself against allied forces, outside of Cotonou, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. I love how Chessie just like ran up as everybody walks right past her. Chessie cat, you have no search info, you're sus. The Gates of Judgment, let's go. Everybody's here. It ain't often highborn dandies deign to fight alongside us hoi polloi. What? Hoi what? Like, all our name days rolled into one, it is. Then again, it's our national pride that's at stake. National and personal. I ain't about to let a snotty-nosed lordling shout me up. The second commander and Hilda's lieutenant shall see to the security of the city in my absence. The melee demands my undivided attention. 'Tis a matter of pride for the Alliance as well. They will not scruple to send their best against us, yet we must not be cowed. Too much rest on our success. It looks to be a veritable who's who of the Eorzean Alliance. The only question is, who came to watch and who came to fight? Nanamo. Definitely Nanamo. Is anybody standing outside? I don't care about you. I don't care about you either. There he is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing, never mind. To think that we were mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzean soldiery in battle, that I am mere... But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honoroi when he awakens. It's a duty! I'm actually going to stop the music, which I actually forgot to turn back up anyways, and I'm going to turn on the background music. Bum-ba-da-ba. Let's go. Let's do it. I am ready, old boy. Are you? I want there to be a hard mode. Want to buy a hard mode for all duty instances, please. By the Fury! How could I forget? Father bid me present you with this. I know it is sudden, but we believe that the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of household dumps in battle. Pray do us the honor. During the Grand Melee, some of your gear will be glamored, your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. I can't do this as a kitty cat? Screw you. Oh, that's right, Rabonic Stream. I forgot it was this fight. This chainmail's kind of heavy and it pinches my fur. But I like the yellow.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Large-scale battle in which an allied company of Bulldog, Redania, and Lominson forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain let me turn off auto advance. With the Fury's Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatants will award your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these combatants is the key to victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
All is ready then. Very well.
I love that she has this big ass step stool that she's standing on.
Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Woohoo! For a second there, I thought I was sporting an axe, like a one-handed axe. Like, this doesn't look right. It's Pippin! I'm attacking Pippin. Okay, I guess I'm not attacking Pippin.
Is that all you've got?
Leave Lucia alone. Oh, I'm the one with the... It's me and Raban. Cyclops! Cyclops! All forces, fall back! And Thancred actually gets to participate now. Woohoo! And just punches its daylights out with his bare fist. Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Death Sword. You heard the man. Back to it. All forces, form a line on Nakra, now! The Black Bull said no. Get away from him. Get him, Raban. Get him. You did this on purpose. Captain. Oh, he called me Captain. I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Okay, Raban. Damn it all. I see you, Raban. I see you. Getting jealous of Amric having all this private time with me lately. Come get me. Oh, what are the black puddles mean? Or did I just like break a mechanic? I think I broke a mechanic. Bitch, I'm the Warrior of Light. Did you forget?
Did he win? Then we...
Yes, you can say it.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn.
There is so much more there than you realize, Nanamo.
On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people.
Oh, that resonates with Nanamo. She understands.
Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Y'all just need to hook up. After I have my fun with Amric first.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
Thank God. That Cyclops get the best of you?
is but a scratch, I assure you. And I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
God, that drastic music change. Was not ready for that. Oh, Pippin! As long as I live, I shall never forget that duel. It was inspiring and humbling in equal measure. I felt honored bound to point out, however, that my father was fighting one-handed. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see you making excuses for dear old dad over here. Those balls! I had forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Suns have I had the privilege, not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you've come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do that again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You've earned it. Come, Pippin, her grace is expecting us. Lead on, father. But Raban, I saw that jealous pushback you did on Aymeric to make sure he could not interfere with our fight. I saw that, sir. Don't think I didn't. Aymeric and Raban fighting over me. What are we waiting for? We must return to the capital at once and tell them all about our victory. I confess, it stung my pride to be brushed aside so easily. But when the flames subsided and I saw you standing there triumphant, there was only gladness in my heart. Haha, speaking of jealousy, what did I say? What did I say? Lucia, I didn't see you standing there. The messengers have already been dispatched. Let us pray that this victory has the desired effect. That was just another battle for you, I bet. But for my lot, it wasn't so much the fighting as not tripping over each other's feet. His lordship might think about laying on some actual training for us next time. Said your goodbyes. In all the years I have known Raban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Nakara. You made this happen. Na na na. You have learned the emote victory, but I already knew victory. Of course, it's V-pose, not victory. Huzzah! Actually, that's not huzzah. This is huzzah. God, that was a long V-pose. Huzzah! We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us to the victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. But Aymeric, I want to have dinner with you. Where's my private dinner with Raban? Hilda's like, I'm off, boys.
My lord!
Little hemorrhoid.
Au revoir, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. but I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
Why does he sound so nervous about
I
that?
see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations.
All these French names that I
Emmanuel,
can't pronounce.
you'll place yourself at your brother's disposal. He'll be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Y'shtola and the others.
Agreed, let's go.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
You owe me dinner. They say you duelled General Raban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so austerious. Would that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Altriel has need of our assistance. I really get the feeling that Alphino loves his new outfit that Tataru made for him. Absolutely and definitely loves it. What weapon is that I see glowing on your back there, sir? Nope, not you. You. The Seeing Horde. Nidhogg's weapon. Got it. Such a proper place to be displaying a Nidhogg weapon. Oh, that's right. Let's go this way. I keep forgetting you can't use the Aethernet to hit the Falcon's Nest. You either have to teleport there directly or go through this gate beside the Sky Steel Factory. There's a free company called Mew. Ah. Just jump off the side of the stairs. No big deal. I made it, Alphino. As Sir Amric hoped, Ishgard's success at the Grand Melee has done much to restore the people's faith in this endeavor. Look at the faces, Nakara. Nervous, yet hopeful. Expectant, in a word. Well met, Master Baho, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lord, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alphino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Yes, sir? Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Let's do the ceremony. Excellent. I only hope that Thancred and the others will not be late. Apocalypse events do not come around very often. That's a lot of people. And I look really out of place. The whole gang is here! Yay!
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
They got her in her small
She begged
clothes.
leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
How long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearn to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me! Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Even Bitofnir's like, ooh.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Uh-oh, who dat?
Your bow!
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
Justinian, you're hangry. Have a Snickers before I bend you over and spank you.
Damn you, Nidhogg.
Trolls, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg!
And now Hraesvelgur's gonna be pissed! So that just happened. There they go, the last of the guest. Having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some small hope that what you had seen in Aizla was an illusion, perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Amaric. For a mercy, Vidifnir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annick's shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thordan, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us, stand apart. She was as an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance, like a Stenian. Poor Alfie, can't just get a break, can you? Alphino knows at last what he must do. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisaged this rather happier circumstance. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light or even a fellow scion, but to you, Nakara, my friend. But not here, no. But of course, the intercessory at Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Da, 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 as he rushes off. I wonder, is the bloodstain still on the emblem right now? Nope, you can't see the bloodstain. Well, that is slightly disappointing. This way. I got lost for a second.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected.
To make hot cocoa?
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I, in our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
You forgot to say, and your boyfriend. I don't remember what I said last time.
Meow.
We will. I know we will.
God, to think that I was a Makote the last time I did this. It feels so weird to remember myself as a Makote. Thank you, Nakara. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course, such is the infectious power of hope. Right, that is quite enough solemn introspection for one day. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at the Fortomps Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Really, Alphino? You made us come all the way out to Camp Dragonhead just to spend that small little time on that conversation. Really? I ought to slap you. But Thancred might pop out of the shadows and prevent me yet again from knocking sense into a friend. Well, Alphino certainly seems to be in better spirits. Do we have you to thank for this? Oh, don't you dare. Yet again we walk in an all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it's our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear, let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalymo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, and the rift between Zodiark and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. We will. Bum-ba-da. You have learned the battle stance. Oh, I haven't. I already knew it. They already cleaned off the bloodstains.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still. To the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
That, and much more.
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment. The Warrior of Darkness makes another appearance.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will.
Daddy Four Tomps again.
For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the memoirs of Count Edmund de Fourtomps, Heavensward, The Gears of Change. Why does my bit rate look a little low? Black hooded figure. Papalymo! Caution, Ida. That is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. Oh, that's right. They were hiding out at the Alamigo, Little Alamigo, weren't they? It's a mask. The White Griffin. The House Fortomps Knight has a message for you. Ah, Master Maho, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you. Oh, wait. I do that every single time. I keep forgetting I have to talk to this guy before I can go in. I just want to run straight through those doors and just be like, hey. The Scions will find a way. I just know we will. I must talk to everybody. When the heralds announced the result of the grand melee, Honorroy rushed outside, eager to greet his master at the city gates. So eager, in fact, that he nearly did so barefoot. For all of his experience, he is yet a boy. A loyal one, though, with the potential to rise high in the household, if he can learn to refrain from the occasional observation. I already know what he does here. Ah, Master Maho, you should know that Lord Edmont is most grateful for all you've done for Lord Emil. He believes you to have been a most sobering influence on the young lord, though whether or not it will last remains to be seen. I believe he is already out and about with Honorroy. Ah, Nagra, there you are. Have you a moment? There is something I would fain discuss. With Tataru? I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of a Estinian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Ayazla, I feared him lost forever, but the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Y'shtola and Krile for a more empirical appraisal. And full glad am I that I did, for it would seem they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Knight. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. Alphino, the more and more I look at your Ishgardian outfit, the more and more I want to cosplay it because it looks so friggin' comfortable. Who needs my measurements? I need somebody to make a cosplay outfit for me. Please! I have no experience making any type of outfit, much less a cosplay outfit. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know where to start. On the lookout. Even their housing profile is that face. Keep your peepers open, there's a lot to see. That's funny. I really miss playing 1.0. Ooh, do you have the back tattoo? You do! That's cool. The name does this establishment a disservice. Remarkably few of its patrons seem inclined to drink their way to oblivion. I do begin to see why Tataru chose to work here.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Alright, Crow. I see you, wino.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humors.
With a bit of help from
Indeed.
Tataru, it seems.
But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Alphino, straight to the
Let
point.
us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes. and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion, that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
I love how Kryl just, like, lectures him.
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphinaud. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah, I found you at last. A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphinaud.
Sir Emeric would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Keep up the good work, Y'shtola.
Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emeric awaits.
God, I need to get me a PNG model so bad. Kryl?
Alphinaud is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
As always.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Why you gotta pop in like that and make commentary such as what you just said? Why? Why? Go on somewhere else, Megasamore. Nobody called for you.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity, to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
I mean, in all honesty, he also kind of dug himself a new hole. Because not only is he the enemy of Ishgard now, but also all of Dragonkind, who also wants peace with Hrelsvögard's brood. There's a lot of returning players. Hello. Oop, this way. I'm gonna follow you, Celeste. What news has Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? I don't know, let's go ask him. Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or maybe they have located that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say. Instead of, speculation that gets us nowhere.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal, I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Som'al, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord, though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
This music always strikes a chord just right in the heart. God, Square Enix is so good with their music choices. I somehow doubt that Hraesvelgr will be pleased to see us, but for Estinian's sake, and that of countless others, I suppose we must risk his displeasure. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat that we now face. It is no imposition, Sir Amric. To Nakara and I, Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task then? We have no way of knowing when Nidha's shade will strike, but we must assume the time is not our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru that you will be escorting me to Samal. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. We will summon Hraesvelgr at Zenith in the Churning Mist. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best that we pay a visit to Ank's Shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations. I do. I would consult with Vidifnir first. I propose that this in part out of concern for her condition. Were she succumbed to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravadian Forelands, then. And we're gonna cheat and teleport. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and his companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidifnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and though thou thought to protect me, mortal, I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to the era of peace, when man and dragon knew such camaraderie. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Samal to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly. Thou knowest as well as I how he will answer. Hraesvelgr's heart remains unchanged then, a pity. But if it's folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way of thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidifnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. She almost looks sad to see us go. Lucia's report described Annex Shrine in detail, but her words failed to convey the overwhelming strangeness of standing here in the demesne of dragons. Winning over the worm. Though I expected no better answer from Vidifnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Nakara. We shall join you outside Modhome. If by scouting ahead you mean teleport to the destination immediately, sure. The Lord Commander seems lost for words, nor can I blame him. I recall being such similarly awestruck when I first beheld this vista. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of His Majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I'm reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinian and SL yet walked at our side. Koopa? Koopapo, is that you, Nakara? If it isn't Mog... Don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo, after all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Nakara? How could I forget you, Moglin? How could you mistake me for that overstuffed throne warmer? I'm Moghan, the courageous Moogle who guided you to Zenith, Kupo. Oops. But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Moghome, Kupo? Ah, another audience with old Hrelsvagar. Well, I hope you brought the horn, Kupo. With the winds as gentle as they are. Really, it's kind of like gusting wind right now. A good loud toot should reach the Great Worm's ear as easily. That is good to hear, Moghan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith then, while the winds are in our favor. Now that was unexpected, Kupo. Chieftain Moglin will want to hear about this. And that smells like trouble right off the bat. Dear God, that would be terrifying. Just like, do not let go. Oh crap, excuse me. Hey, Yerba Mateo is streaming tonight, although it doesn't look like he's playing Final Fantasy XIV. No! Fly away from the Moogles! Fly away from the Moogles! We must win Hrelsvagar to our cause. Fail in this and Ishgar's fate is all but sealed. Pray sound the horn, Nakata. Dare summon me again, mortals. He angry.
Great Hraesvelga, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelga. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
How'd you know?
You foresaw mine intent.
You're not wrong.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope? I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Azel upon your back? So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the Warrior of Light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Oh, now you decide to show your face. Thanks, Midgardy. Emmerich like, what? While this shade of vengeance remains, the future will ever be uncertain. Meow.
Eskeniteg, eskedir ulgar an, in an, hesnesh an, eskjas ong, an arm on inga. Al in on ulwaga, sma es in an. Sway in Ratatoska this die an. Slosk kin. Skor ich les imo.
Why does everybody gotta test us? Hoghand. Why are you spying on us? Another day, another trial. Such ordeals must seem almost mundane to you by now. Would that I could say the same. I believed I spied a Wyvern landing just outside the palace. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Hrothgar spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. La-dee-da. For the sake of Ishgard, I shall overcome whatever trial is placed before me, and I have no doubt that you will do the same, Nakara. Another day, another trial. Oh, wait, oh, okay, we already said this. Moving on. My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Enter Sorkai. In a future update, but I want to do it now. Anybody want to do Sorkai? Anybody? Anybody? You wanna do it? Because otherwise, I'm about to unsync this and commit some murder. Actually, we've only got about 15 minutes left in stream, if not less. So let's go ahead and unsync this so we can blast through the dungeon, get done with the next series of cutscenes, and we will call it for the night. Ching. La, da, da, la, da. Whoosh. Smack. Dang, one shot. Give me that haste. Give me that haste. Whee! God, that haste is tasty. Da, 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 da. Dang, he didn't even get a chance to summon a darn thing. Whoosh. Smack. I'm dodging all of these attacks. Well, that horsey didn't last long. I'm coming for ya. Jesus, this dungeon has gone so fast. And transition. Come on, Railsguard. Gotta fight. Let's go. I wanna fight. I wanna fight. I wanna fight. Got him. Oh, that's new. They automatically teleport you to an isolated platform and you can't jump on the other ones anymore. Cool! Okay. You wanna fight with us now? Instead of against us? The sunset is actually really pretty. I shall not disappoint.
Your trial is ended as well, then?
Mine was brutal beyond reckoning. Vedfalnir seems ill-acquainted with the notion of mock battles.
Yeah. Makes me wonder what Alphino had to do. I'm really happy that he chooses to memorialize us all too. Oh, my poor ribs. Relzgavar saw fit to pair me with Vidifnir, but her ferocity was such that I began to wonder if I hadn't simply imagined her injury. Yet my trial pales into insignificance next to yours. How fared you in your duel with Relzvagar? I take from this that your battle was rather more involved than my own. Vedfalnir seemed largely concerned with how long he could keep me rolling in the dust. Between dodging snapping fangs and slashing claws, I scarce had time to aim a blow. Had he truly meant to harm me, of course, I would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Kupo? Ow, 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 Kupo. Nakata, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kinked? Even my palm aches. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time, Kupo. Possibly indefinitely. Moghan just died. What? When I told you about Nokkur's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. That's triple shifts for you, Moghan. No! Triple? But that's not fair! There's no justice, Kupo. Not at all. I mean, what can you say?
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
You owe me dinner.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Well, asking you shall receive, Alfino. And there's Midi.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
He's a coming.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
I can hear Hraesvelgar now, and not a moment too soon. Alright, we're gonna accept this quest. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Oh crap, is this gonna be a cutscene? I meant to like accept and then end stream.
I must return to my city without delay.
Vidifnir, shouldn't you be resting? God, it's Steps of Faith all over again. Goodbye, Harold. There goes Fred. Get it, girl. Lucia's in the house. Mac.
Remember your training. We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns.
Ooh, that shield is hot.
We must hold.
She's got like a freaking circle of dead dragons around her. Welcome back, Drake. Oop! There goes Henry and George. They just keep coming. Oh my god, that one's eating.
Reinforcements! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
It's not Nidhogg though. Lucia's gonna be like, Amric on Dragonback? Wait, what?
Lord Commander.
Did he just... And her heart goes aflutter. And here comes Kitty Cat Naka.
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Sit your ass down, Archeril. Walking into this epic boss battle fight, like, who's your daddy?
Watan and by in. Still walking.
So you're not my brother, you're a shade. Ooh, he mad. it's about to be a cat fight. Meow. Ooh, that's not a fireball. That is something different. Ooh, that was a ball of light. Who knew that Nidhogg could do that? Oh no. Wait, wait, wait! I forgot this happened. Gah!
Snalis rei in, Nedwo, Elstra.
Guess who?
Ja, wa il and stra and in.
This kitty cat about to whoop that ass. We might as well since we're here at the last fight. Let's go ahead and do it. And yeah, Drake, let me grab you. Let's do this.
One soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her kin.
If you don't mind, I do want to unsync it and whoop this dragon, because it is late and I need to end stream, so we're gonna just like double team it, bust him a new face. Clear selection. Final steps of face. That's what I was looking for. It's like, where is it? If you want to do Reaper, actually, you know what? Let's double Reaper. Let's just reap this dragon soul, an eye for each one of us.
And death on afterthought to those.
If we fail doing this as double Reaper, I will definitely switch up and go healer. This song, though. Oh. Let's do the thing. Oh, he jumped. Wrong way. Is there? Oh, there's no chest here. Okay. Let's take a quick look at Estinian here. Look at his face. Look at his face! My scythe is bigger than your lance, Estinian. Look, your boyfriend's here.
Is this to be mine end?
Yes, yes it is.
Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. am Nidhogg! Thou shalt die by my hand!
This is not your hand, worm!
There's Estinian.
Thou wilt obey!
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued!
But Estinian, I can't kill Alphinaud's boyfriend.
You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
And now I'm gonna cry. I am definitely gonna cry.
Soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a binary to her king.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, my treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
I would have thought it would have made more sense to throw one in one direction and the other in the opposite, instead of both at the same time in the same direction. That's just me.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least. my gratitude, Hraesvelgr. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Ustra udin instra anhesnesh.
Cool. Do you want your eye back?
One in nest ikan. Keifda.
Hellsviggar, aren't you supposed to be missing a lane?
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
And already they're trying to repair the bridge. Gotta give him credit for doing that so quickly. Okay, I am not clicking on any more NPCs. I am not continuing on with the story or any more dialogue. We are done for the night. I am ending stream. We are calling it quits. We'll be back again Wednesday night for Raid, again to continue on past Devour of Pandemonium 5 Savage, depending on how everything gets organized and making sure everybody shows up that night. So until then, look forward to the next stream Wednesday night, and everybody sleep well. I will catch you later.